So before we get started, we were supposed to be in the library. This is normally an activity we do in the library. However, the district had put forth some updates for laptops, so the library is kind of being overrun by technology at the moment. So we kind of adjusted to in here. And if you notice, I set up the tables to kind of make it look like a restaurant because we are going to be doing some book tastings. And since there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of y'all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you probably about 2 minutes. What I want you to do is kind of walk around the tables because you are going to be looking at the books that are on these tables. So what I want you to do is kind of walk around and pick like the stack of books, like sit in front of the stack of books where, you know, maybe they like appeal to you, whether it's the cover or a little bit of the story. So I'm going to give you kind of 2 minutes now. So if everybody would like stand up and head to a table. And we are going to do no phones, no earbuds because you do need your attention for the book. So if you could put your phones away, that'd be great.
Can you look at all of them?
Yes, absolutely. You can look at all the books. So once you find, you know, maybe like a handful of books that you think, oh, these look pretty interesting, then just have a seat at that table. And then once you're there, I'm going to have you look at the screen because there's something else I want to show you guys. Y'all can have a seat. It's a restaurant, okay? This isn't Garcia's class anymore. This is Vision Cafe. This is a restaurant, okay? So have a seat. You should have a plate in front of you with a menu. There's a genre menu, which we'll talk about here shortly. Have a seat, sir. It's a restaurant. You're going to be eating some books today. Someone's pretty picky, huh? Are you a picky eater too?
I judge the book by the cover. I mean,
that's fine.
I know I shouldn't.
Yeah. It's fine at first.
I'm trying to look at most.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting for our picky eater over here, something that I want to show you guys how to do is how to put books on hold in the library because of Corona, obviously. You guys can't really come to the library and browse like a bookstore or like how a normal year goes. But what I'm going to show you is how to get access to our catalog online where you can see what books are available and how to place books on hold. It's really simple. I'm going to show you how to do that on the screen so if you guys can pay attention. Much like anything, our catalog online comes directly from the Clean ISD website. You guys have all seen the Clean ISD website before, right? This is nothing new. Has everyone seen the Parents and Students tab? Right? This is kind of where you log in a Schoology and home access. Well, right here is something called Library Online. You click on that, and then you're going to look for Ellison High School. And then from there, you're going to log in. There's a little login button in the right corner over here. And this is where you're going to put your S information. So the same way you log onto the computer, S your ID number plus your password, you're going to log in. And then it brings up our online resources or databases. If you guys have to do research projects, these are perfect. Like Gale Cengage and World Book, they will cite sources for you. You know, you don't have to worry about going to a citation machine or doing anything like that. It does it all for you. And what you're looking for is the catalog tab and Destiny Discover. So you're going to go to the Ellison web page, the Ellison library page. You're going to log in. You're going to go to catalog, and then you're going to go to Destiny Discover. I like this view because it's more user-friendly, and it tells you what ebooks, audiobooks, and regular paper books that we have available. So let's say you wanted to check out Clap When You Land. It's Elizabeth Acevedo's new book. It's phenomenal. You can click on it. once you're logged in, and then you can just click checkout and it will go directly to a device. That's simple if it's an ebook. Same thing with an audiobook. Dear Justice is another good, it's a really good audiobook. You can play it to listen to the narrator. Let's say you're like me and you're a narrator snob. There's certain people that I don't like in my ear, like, you know, so I may not want to listen to them for 4 or 5 hours. So you can play it to see if it's someone that you like. If it's someone you like, then you can check out and you can listen to the book. It's that simple. There's also really good examples over here of if you like this book, you may also like. And these are all books we have in the library. These aren't books that you have to go to like Amazon or Barnes & Noble or anything like that. And then we also have recently added books. These are our hardcover books or our softcover books, books that you would have to put on hold and come and pick up in the library. So Beast Boy is the new one by Cami Garcia. It's a graphic novel. She also has a really good one out called Raven. I don't know if you guys are into Teen Titans, but if this is a book that you want to pick up from the library, let's say, you know, later on today, you want to come to the library and pick it up for the break, all you would have to do is click hold, and then it will send us a message, and then you can come and pick it up in the library. It's that simple. Okay? That's all I wanted to show you about putting books on hold. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know after class. But what we're going to do right now is we are going to start our 4-course book tasting. You actually have 8 books in front of you. I'm going to keep time. I'm going to give you probably about 3 minutes with each book. I know Ms. Garcia said that as long as you do 4, you're good. But I'm still going to keep time for the whole period, which will give you time for the whole 8 books. Okay. On your tables, there's a genre card. Does everybody see that? These are the genres that you have available to you on the table. We have realistic fiction, we have mystery, we have horror, fantasy, and sci-fi. The way you know that is if you look at the spine of the book, there's a sticker at the top, and it will tell you what genre it is. So if it's, let's say you're really into like teenage drama and realistic stories, then you're probably going to gravitate towards the realistic fiction genre books, okay? If you like mystery and sci-fi and, you know, all those other ones, you would just look at the label and it tells you exactly what genre it is. Horror is there as well, but we also have some graphic novels that I wanted to show you guys. Excuse me. Our graphic novels are genreified, but they're genreified by labels. So what you can do when we get to the menu, when I show you how to fill out the menu, you could just put GN for graphic novel. Anything with a colored label is going to be a graphic novel, okay? Each color represents something. So if you really want to know, like, hey, I really like the graphic novels with the purple label, what genre is that? Just let me know and I will tell you, okay? So if you want to take a look at what each genre is, you can do that by the menu. You have realistic fiction. Like I said, that's basically stories that could happen. We're at a high school, so most of our YA books are going to deal with, you know, teen issues. We also have mystery and thriller. Mystery and thriller is a genre that involves like solving a crime or a murder, or there's lots of plot twists in the books. And it serves really well with horror, and some titles in realistic fiction. Obviously horror, that's kind of self-explanatory, right? It's to shock the reader. Sometimes, you know, there's, you know, dead bodies, or there's, you know, a serial killer or killer clowns, or, you know, something along those lines. We also have fantasy. It's, you know, a genre of stories that include magic, supernatural, you know, elements, you know, fictional beings like dragons, things of that nature. And then sci-fi. Sci-fi usually deals with, you know, futuristic concepts, space, pandemics, you know, things of that nature would fall under sci-fi. So in front of you, you have a menu. Go ahead and grab the menu. If you guys don't have something to write with, I suggest you get something out. There's a spot for your name. Go ahead and put your name on here. And then once you put your name, I want you to pay attention to the front. And like once you open it up, it shows you how you're going to taste a book. So the first thing, I know you said that you judge a book by its cover, and since we're doing a book tasting, that's perfectly fine. That's kind of how you select books to begin with, believe it or not. I know we say don't judge a book by its cover, but when you're talking about reading and you're talking about picking something quickly, usually you go with your visual appeal, right? So you go with the cover of the book. Next, you can go with certain books that pique your interest. So obviously the color, but maybe it's the author. Maybe you know Nick Stone, so maybe you want to get more of her books, right? Or maybe it's the genre. Maybe you're really into fantasy books, so you gravitate towards fantasy books, okay? That's always going to be the first thing you do when you select a book, right? You're going to go off of visual appeal. You're going to go off of the title, the author, that sort of thing. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to look at the front and the back cover. You're going to look at the summary. Not all books have summaries on the back, and then unfortunately, District has us place the barcodes here, so you won't be able to read them. That's why you go into the jacket, okay? The jacket will give you another bit of a summary, okay? So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna look at a book, you're gonna look at the cover, the back cover, you're gonna read a little bit of the summary, and then take a look at the first few pages of the book, okay? Read the first few pages of the chapter. If it's something that you think you're interested in, then what you do is you go and you fill out the inside of the form, okay? So you have genre. You'll write down the genre, realistic fiction, fantasy, whatever, graphic novel. The book title, make sure you write the whole book title, just because there may be other books with that name. And then you're just going to answer those 2 questions about the book and then give it a rating. Your rating scale can be however you want it, whether you want it to be 1, the book is great, to 5, the book looks really good, or the book looks really bad, or vice versa. You can do a check mark or a plus. The rating scale is for you to determine if it's something that you would want to eat more of, let's say, okay, since we're doing a book tasting. Are there any questions, or you think they understand what they're doing? You're good? Okay, so I'm gonna have a little bit of music playing in the background. It's not gonna be distracting. I'm also gonna have a timer set. You're not beholden to the timer. It's just to kind of keep you on track. You'll have about 3 minutes with each book. So take your time. Make sure you're reading the summary and all that good stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy.
Also, remember, you're going to be reading this for the remainder of the semester and be doing some of the analysis on it. So you want to make sure you really like it.